Welcome everyone to the second race of the 24 hours of IFC at Imola.
That last race was pretty
Yeah.
interesting, so hopefully this one will be just as good.
I hope so. I'll just add everyone that we're live. Give me a sec. Oh,
Where's Bassie?
lights are already on. Where is who?
Bassie.
Gone. He's not there. Oh, that's not good. Did he leave? Oh, as FFC spun, he'll be lost. Day of My Soul is in first now, over to Jake. And Jake is battling off Fastest Racer and Sideshow Samuel. Where is Bassie?
He selected his car, but he's in the lobby as a spectator apparently. What do we do here?
I don't know. Fuck, man. I don't know, we could restart, but we could. I don't know. Well. Oh, mine is a boss as well. Fastest Racer gained 4 positions in the first lap. Quite impressive.
RRL Jake's dropped to P3.
He did. That is quite bad from him. But I'm sure he can make up those places again.
And we've got a spinner somewhere, yellow flag sector 2.
Oh, Sideshow Samuel spun as well. That's sad for him. Oh, Westy's in the IFC livery. I rate that. Good.
Jake spun.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, he has. Jake has spun and lost the position to Ouija and Jasper. As he's gonna pit immediately now because his tires would be 130 degrees plus. And he'll be close to last now. Interesting start. Jake has a big comeback to do now after that.
It's nice to see someone different leading the way, not someone who I've seen race very much, to be fair. So, and there's a little bit of contact there between Fastest and Salt.
Salt goes a bit wide, but he's fine. Yes. Standard track limits. Otherwise, there would be probably people getting disqualified. And the fact it's 100% race. All LFC gets a 5-second penalty for not overtaking or for doing an illegal overtake. Presumably Roy that boy. Also something interesting to see is the different strategies. We've got Jasper and Ouija with Sliso, Samuel and Ryan is a boss, and Roided Boy, Jacob and Jake all on the mediums, and then Fastest Racer who just got into P1 while I didn't know this. Just like Lay of My Salt, Westy Dog, Jaden, Paul LFC and FFC all on the softs. These front two are having a good battle as
They really
has
are.
to get off track because Fastest Racer went a bit too slow. Now onto the straight. Lay of My Salt will have DRS, so that might be a possible overtake for him, looking at how close he is now. Fastest Racer with a good exit though, so let's see what he can do.
DRS is so powerful around this track though.
It is, and Lay of My Salt passed pretty easily. Fastest Racer very close though, but has 50% ERS less, so that is a big disadvantage from him, as Lay of My Salt goes a bit wide and loses a bit of time there. So Samuel overtook Jaden and is back up to P6. Yellow flags. I don't know who that's for, but Westy Dog up in P5. Pretty good from Westy, I'd say.
Yeah,
Boy,
it's,
that boy spun.
nice to see Westy up the order.
People spinning. Fastest Racer's gonna have DRS now. Will he be able to retake the lead of the race? He does not have a lot of DRS, but like you said on last lap, the DRS is extremely powerful, and he's gonna send it around the outside, backs off. Maybe now. Puts it on the inside, but backs out, safe. That's probably the best plan.
And I think Fev's spun again.
That is sad. Fastest Racer still incredibly close to Lay of My Salt. Great to see these two at the front battling.
8 seconds in front of Jesper.
On the softs though, so that is something to take into account.
Roy That Boy is now in last place. No, he's not. The leaderboard glitched for me there.
Game. Ouija seems to be following pretty alright to Jasper. Not into DRS, but oh, Fastest Racer is side by side with Lay of My Salt again. He's passed actually. Still not a lot of ERS for Fastest Racer, but he is pretty far up the field, so as FFC pits, which means that I think he's lapped.
It's certainly not the best of races for FFC.
Yeah, not at all.
Oh! Gets it out of shape as he
goes
comes
wide.
out the pits as well.
Not great at all.
Sideshow Samuel and Jaden side by side, all on the back of Westy as well. It's a cracking battle going on here for these three places.
Ooh, Jaden's really close to Westy. Oh, they touch. Westy goes wide, so does Jaden. Saito Samuel keeps it on track. Just lining up to get a good exit. Maybe make a move onto these two. Westy Dog in a not so great position. Looking at the fact he has the least amount of ERS, no DRS, and not much of a lead as he gets passed by Jaden. I think he'll be able to keep Saito. Yeah, he is still. No, nothing too bad for Westy. Oh, as Jaden's off track. And Lay of My Soul's crashed! Uh-oh. That is very sad to see, as he was fighting for P1 the whole time and now he's out. I don't know what happened exactly with Fastest Racer and Lay of My Soul, but Fastest Racer is closer to Jasper now as well. That's weird.
Nice to see Ouija back racing as well regularly.
Looking forward to see what he can do in Season 4.
Yeah, certainly.
Same with most of these people. I'm looking forward to Season 4 a lot, to be honest. Myself in Tier 6.
As Jaden up the inside of Saito Samuel.
Good from Jaden, making use of the mistake Saito Samuel made, but Samuel is looking for a move back, and which he gets. And Westy can drive away a bit.
Oh, Jaden!
After. Oh, he spun. And Ryan is a boss, is now up to 6th.
We're seeing some good racing here, Mark.
We are. I think Imola is quite a good track for this event.
Portimao
We
next.
already saw it in the. Ooh, that is also a good track, to be honest. But we already saw it in the ILC. We saw some great racing here. Apart from Tier 3 in my opinion, that wasn't the best of racing I saw. But
It really wasn't.
But beside that, Tier 1 and Tier 2 were great. As Jaden gets a 3-second.
I think RRL Jake isn't having the best of races here.
No, he's not having.
He's been lapped by the front three. It's not what you expect to see from RRL Jake.
Is he even in the session? I don't think he is. Oh no, he is. I'm pretty. I don't know. Yeah, he is.
It keeps ghosting then unghosting on my screen.
Yeah, same for me. It's really weird. Probably because he's lapped, but looking at the driving style, he's definitely racing himself. Because I'm not seeing a 1% AI do this. No, he's not having a great race at all. To be fair. Is he in front of Roy, that boy? Weird.
I'm not too sure if Jake's in the lobby, you know.
Looking at how he drives, I'm pretty sure he is. Oh! FFC crashed. Oh no.
Obviously, Fevsy, as you know, at the other side of the house, and his reply to that was, well, that's an early Christmas present, isn't it? RRL Jake's not in the game. He went offline 9 minutes ago.
Oh, he could put himself on offline. Or did he say that he's not having it?
He could have put himself offline, but I wouldn't have thought he would have if he was online earlier, so...
Fastest racer is looking to be quite a lot faster than Jesper on the soft tires here. With the soft tires.
Who's racing Portimao for your team, Mark?
It's Mr. COA.
Mr.
Let's hope
Cola.
he won't do the same as me. And bin it. Jesper is doing pretty good though.
Is this a
That's good.
Marcus designed livery?
No, it's not. It's C9 Blockin made it.
Okay. Is he the fourth man in your team then, I'm guessing?
He is, yeah. He's gonna be driving on Saturday and so. That'll be good. I have faith my team can do pretty decent. Wait, Dan, you did put the AI on like 0 or 1 or 30%, right?
AI is on 41.
Yeah, well, then Jake is definitely racing because his AI just overtook Jesper. Or his car just overtook Jesper, so... Oh, yeah, and he goes wide as well. So Jake is definitely in the lobby. But I don't know what Jesper was doing there, but he lost quite a bit of time to Ouija, who will now be in the DRS. But that will be interesting to see if Ouija can do something here on the straight.
Yeah, Ouija looking very strong, to be fair.
Really strong. What team is he on?
The 4 tier 3s, it's called. I think he's with Kopi,
Oh, that's with Kopi. Ah.
Eli, and I'm not sure who the other member is. Nemesis.
Ah. Eli did pretty decent in Russia, didn't he?
He did, yeah. I was having a good battle with Eli, to be fair. And then I spun and had to pit for a new wing. I've also had to turn my force feedback settings down for my second race because my arms are killing.
I almost accidentally crashed you out, I can remember. I went wide and luckily you braked. Thank you.
It's
We're
4
just getting really close now.
It's the name for Kopi's team is it's 4 Musketeer 3s.
I like that name. That's good. That's well thought of.
If I'm right in
VG.
thinking, at the moment, the 4 Musketeer 3s will actually be leading.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I think it's done on the overall combined times or something. I'm sure Cassie and Aidan will confirm. But, yeah, I believe the 4 Musketeer 3s are leading at the moment.
I think so too. I think Skion and Sancho Samuel is on what's it called, on Skyon and Weak Steam, right?
Yes, he is, yeah.
I think that team is pretty high up as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Because that TRC Limitless was doing good in Russia.
They will be the top 2 teams at the moment, I believe.
Yeah, not the teams you would have thought when we started this, but you know, looking at the fact Aiden and Carsey will be driving on Saturday and Sunday for your team, that will be
they've got a lot
will
of
be close.
They have a lot of work to do though over the next 2 days.
They do. I'm sure they can make it work.
With a non-start and I am stupid moment.
My team isn't the greatest either because I binned it in the first race, so that won't be good at all. But Jasper's doing good for the team though, so that's good to see. So Kyle can do good. Boy, that boy pits. That is weird. Boy, that boy glitches for me. Oh, he's a what? What? Huh? Okay, I'm just not gonna look at Roy that boy anymore because for me he was
He's glitching for
in
me
the
now.
pits, out the pits. Yeah, that's really weird. I think as Paul LFC spun, sadly for him.
I don't think we've seen Paul
And
LFC race in the IFC before.
I don't think so. I think he's a reserve, but I'm pretty sure he will get a seat in next season, so that will be good. This isn't showing the best of him, though, spinning, but you know, doesn't matter. Closest battle at the moment is Ryan is a boss. He's closing down on Westy.
It is
Still
indeed.
pretty steadily in P5. Good job from Westy. We've done 16 laps now of the 63.
Paul is a tier 5 driver as well. Ryan is closing in on Westy.
Goes wide though, but uses his ERS to catch back up. Seems Westy has been saving ERS for the past few laps as he's back onto 60%.
How many people have stopped so far? Jake has done 2 stops. Jaden, Paul and Roy have all stopped once.
That does make sense then. That Jake has what's it called? That Jake is a lap down because he stopped twice. Not great at all for Jake. Wait, Ruiz did pretty decent in Russia, didn't he? Or?
He did, yes. He got 2nd, I believe.
That's good. Jake isn't doing amazing, but I'm sure he can make it work still. With still a lot of laps to go. His fastest racer is now looking to overtake Roy that boy as well.
It was Limitless 1 in Russia, then Ruiz, then Eli, then myself.
Oh yeah.
Only 2.
What team is fastest racer for?
He is Arrows, TJ and Degoskav.
Oh.
There was only 2
awesome.
DNFs in Russia as well.
That was me and?
Glasses.
Oh. Me and the goat, so I'm fine. If the goat crashes, it's fine.
There's not really any close battles going on at the moment. Jacob is catching though quite quickly to Ryan as a boss. I think it was 8 seconds a couple of laps ago. It's now on 4.9.
Ryan is on and off with that DRS on Westy, but he can't seem to be making a move. Just yet. Oh, as he gets close now, I think Westy made a mistake. Wide or something. Ryan also a bit of time. Still in the DRS zone now. So going on to the straight. Will he be able to make something work? Ryan is a boss. He's catching. Obviously the DRS. Wesley is using all of his battery to keep himself in front, and I think that will work. It did. Still in front.
I'm really liking some of the cars though that people have designed here.
I do as well.
And
There are some very good cars.
there is a Marcus designed car on the track.
Yeah, loving that. IFC car from Westy. That's good.
That is from the old 10v10 days at the start of F121, I believe. And fastest picked up 5 seconds.
Ooh. That's not ideal. He'll still be first by quite a bit, but that's not ideal.
These front three are just flying away with it.
True. These front three are very clear of the rest. So they're doing very good for their teams.
And then you've got Westy putting in a really good showing here for his team as well.
He sure is. He's defending quite good from Ryan as a boss. But his ERS is going down and down now. And Ryan as a boss is still unbelievably close as he's taking a wide line here. Get a better exit, but he doesn't quite.
This is the battle on the track at the moment between the two tier 5s.
Oh, Ryan as a boss just goes wide. But that loses him a bit of time, so.
Who's impressing you the most at the moment, Mark?
Not sure. I think probably VG, but maybe Westy as well. It's between those two. I have three actually. Ryan is a boss too. Those three are impressing me the most, I'd say.
Yeah, they're looking really strong, these two are, to be honest with you.
They are. As we've got 17 viewers right now. That's quite good, to be fair. On a pretty, well, you know, boring. Well, not particularly boring, but it could be more fun. But race. People are joining. I don't know. Doesn't matter. They're not gonna be able to race. Ryan is a boss, still on the back of Westy Dog. Will he be able to do it this lap?
Look at that gap though between Jacob and Ryan now. Jacob's really coming back into play.
Oh yeah. And other thing, Jacob has a lot more DRS than the both of Ryan and Westy. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, my leaderboard keeps glitching.
Ouija's close to Jasper now. I don't know what Jasper did, but Ouija's really close now.
Jasper's made up 7 positions so far in this one.
Pretty good from him. He had to start 9th because of my horrible performance in Canada as well. I'm dragging my team down quite a bit, but no matter. Giving him a challenge.
I'm going to leave you for a couple of minutes, Mark. I'm just going to go and grab a beverage, so I'll be back in a few minutes, mate.
All good, all good. Luigi, is he gonna make a move with that DRS? He has a lot more ERS as well, but he seems to be taking this calm, which I think is the best strategy. You know, keeping it calm, staying behind everyone, you know, getting the DRS. Obviously battling is fun and all, but it does cost you a lot of time, and that is what this event is about. Not losing a lot of time. It's obviously the Saito Samuel DNF'd. Ooh. That means Westy is up to 4th now. Jacob 5th. Ryan 6th and so on. Ooh, that's really bad for Samuel. Oh, as Jacob, I don't know where, but he made a move on Ryan is a boss and is now gonna look to get Westy as well. Ryan also still pretty close to Jacob. Jacob keeping it calm. He'll be looking to get past, but he'll take his time with that. There is a place you can overtake, but it's more ideal on the straight. So Jacob waits. And Ryan's also waiting, trying to line up to get a good exit. Will that work out? No. Jacob and Westy have a much better exit. Oh, as he pits. Jacob down the inside. Oh, pretty close, so decides to lift off. Still gonna be able to make the move though with that extremely powerful DRS, and he makes it stick. Westy has to let go of that, but as Jacob goes a bit wide into that corner, Westy is still relatively close. Maybe he can do something next lap. I think it's still pretty impressive from Westy, looking how much pace he still got on those 23 lap old softs, who I think are slowly running out of life. I don't know what percentage Westy's tires will be on right now, but I can assume it's pretty high, as he's lost 6/10 or I mean a whole second in sector 2 and 1. Not great, as Ouija has passed Jesper, which I didn't notice, but Jesper is gonna try and look to get that position back. But I think both of these drivers are smart enough to know that they're gonna wanna try to not battle as much as possible and just drag each other forward. Get the best result for both of their teams. Fastest racer though on who's already pitted is quite close to the two, Ouija and Jesper. So that shows his good pace.
I am back.
Welcome back then.
What happened to young Saito Samuel?
He spun and crashed. I think it was like sector 1 in the chicanes.
That is not what you want to be doing.
Not at all. And what? I didn't notice. Well, I think Westy pit. Oh, never mind. And he came out behind Ryan is a boss, because Ryan is a boss made the undercut, which was good from him. But those two pitting has got Jaden the opportunity to fight.
Those
for
two
those positions.
will have to pit again.
Ooh, they will. As Ouija, fastest racer, and Jesper are getting closer and closer to each other.
Jacob, Jesper and Ouija look like they're going for the one stop.
They are. I think that is probably the best strategy, but well, I don't know. It's debatable. This is gonna look fun on the straight. 3 people within a second of each other. Jasper goes wide, so loses a bit of time to Ouija there, which will make the fastest able to try and fight probably. Ooh. Is he gonna get a good exit? I think he is. He's gonna have the DRS, but so is Jasper. Ouija without DRS, but he's 6 tenths in front, so he should be fine. And no moves made into turn 1. These 3 are way faster than the others.
They really are, aren't they?
24 seconds in front of Ryan. I mean Jacob. And Jacob is also 26 seconds in front of Ryan and Westy. 27 now. People are getting closer now.
Not even
Westy
a second
within the
separates
DRS.
the top 3.
Yeah. Westy DRS on Ryan. I don't know why, but Ryan just went into AI. It's gonna lose him a lot of time, but it was probably to drink, or I don't know what he was doing on that straight, but
I had to drop into AI in my race because I was about to wee myself. I should have listened to Ruiz.
yeah, you should. As Ryan, his boss, picks up a penalty for track limits, which is quite impressive looking at the fact it's on standard. Oh, the front 3 are battling. Jasper has made it into P1 and fastest racer is gonna look to overtake Ouija as well now, but he probably won't be able to in this corner. Oh, he sends it! That loses him a bit of time, but Ouija goes wide on the exit and fastest racer is gonna send it around the outside now, and Ouija's just gonna let him go. Like I said, these top front 3 are quite smart with what they're doing. They know that battling each other will just cost them time, obviously.
RRL Jake as well. I think he's back driving again now.
I think he was driving all the time, to be fair.
It was just F1 being stupid.
I guess. But yeah, his pace on the hards is not perfect, but it's pretty normal.
Oh, Westy and Ryan side by side, coming through the chicane.
Ooh, Westy gonna send it? He is gonna send it. Ryan with, Ryan just in front, but Westy will be able to put his car on the side again, sending it. Slightly forcing Ryan off track, but no worries.
And Paul's out.
As Paul's crashed. Sad to see that. Westy's made the move on Ryan now, but Ryan is not looking to give up and is pushing to get that back.
Fastest is
the front 3
currently
are also
in net P1.
Yes, true. You'll probably have to pit again. Oh, Jasper spins! Oh, front wing. He lost his front wing. Ooh, that's gonna be tough for Jasper. He's gonna have to drive all the way back to the pit. He's halfway there.
Would you like to do the Charles Leclerc, Marcus?
I am stupid, or Jasper is stupid in this case. He's gonna do this safely with these very hot tires and no front wing. But that's gonna cost him a lot of time and probably getting him out of contention of winning this race. It's now between fastest racer and Ouija, as fastest racer looks a bit better. He has better pace. He's also already pitted. He'll probably have to again, but think Fastest has got this in the bag, as long as he doesn't do anything stupid. Jasper, understandably, pitting for the softs. I don't know if that's as understandable. I don't normally do 100% races, so I don't know if they'll be able to last those 33 laps he still has to do, but we'll see. Because of that incident with Jasper, Jacob is now in P3.
Westy's pit.
Westy has. He is going on to the mediums.
Marcus.
He was on softs, was.
I am
Yes.
hearing a little bit of a weather report from one of the drivers.
Oh.
Rain
And
is
what is
due in 10 to 15 minutes.
Ah. That does make Jasper's decision to pit for softs a lot
Jake's
more.
out.
Oh, that is horrible for Jake. There's a lot of DNFs here around Imola. But, oh well. But, yeah, that does make Jasper's choice of pitting for softs a lot more sensible. As Fastest Racer is driving away from Ouija on these newer tires quite easily. Ryan is a boss is quite close to Jasper after that incident, so. Westy's gonna look to make a move on Roy, but I don't know what that was. But oh,
Quite interested to see what is going to happen when we see this rain.
I am very confused.
What's wrong, Marcus?
On my screen, Westy and Roy just, turned into AIs. Their cars just ghosted and then they just drove pretty slow. But I think they are fine now. Well, I don't know actually. Westy is ghosted, but that's probably because he is collapsed by Ouija.
Maybe the reason
unhappy.
we haven't seen Ouija or Jacob pit yet is because they're trying to stretch these mediums when the rain falls.
That is likely the case, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if that was their plan. Then it seems to be working quite alright. Ouija, with a bit of luck, can definitely win this race. As Fast Racer has a 5-second penalty, and if the rain comes and Fastest doesn't have that advantage anymore, it'll be interesting to see. Jasper is flying on those softs. He has the fastest lap now by quite a margin to Jacob. The others are quite far off that. Oh, actually, never mind. Fast Racer was quite close, but oh, what happened there? I think Roy's crashed. Oh, this is far from a race as good as Russia was. Looking at the amount of crashes that happened. As we are more than halfway done.
Very shortly,
Race.
in about an hour's time, we'll be on the grid at the Algarve. It is starting to get dark at this Imola circuit as well.
Yeah, it's looking like the rain is gonna come pretty soon. I'll give it like max 10 laps and it'll be raining. If they'll be on inters then is the question, but it'll be raining.
Currently got 19 viewers, Mark.
Yeah. Seems that people do quite like Aiden and Carsey's 24 hours of IFC ID. Sad to see we couldn't have more people race, but that's alright. I think, you know, looking at the fact we have 13 teams competing and a bit more, that does mean we have 52, if my maths are correct, drivers. So that is quite a lot still. You know, all for one weekend. And, you know, they have to do 100% races. You know, it's understandable if you wouldn't want to do that. As Jesper said, another fastest lap. Luigi is losing a lot of time to fastest now. And I think Jacob is slowly but steadily closing in on Luigi.
Rain is inbound. Rain is inbound.
Sure looking like that. Getting darker and darker. The sky is.
I'm really liking Jacob's livery. It's a bit of a mashup of colours, but it looks really nice, Jacob's livery does.
I think from his on board it looks amazing. When I go, you know, look at the whole car, it looks a bit weird, but from his on board it's actually really cool. And he has the fitting gloves as well. Cool.
I've done the gloves for my livery as well.
Good. I haven't. I haven't quite had the time. But I will probably do that in my races on Sunday. Where I hopefully don't pothole it.
What races is Marcus doing on Sunday?
I am doing Britain and Monza.
Ooh.
Which are two tracks I do like, but I do tend to bin it sometimes, which is not great, but I'll be sure to find a pretty steady setup, unlike I had in Russia, where I had oversteer in every corner. It wasn't very great, but you know, what do you think when you download a setup 5 minutes for the race?
It's weird though, driving on such a heavy fuel load, because you can certainly feel it, can't you?
Yeah, you really can. It's very weird, but very fun as well, I'd say. You know, it's fun to try such a thing as the 24 hours of IFC. You know, we also had the mini championship after season 2. That was pretty fun too.
It was, yeah, and then obviously we had the 10v10 at the start of this season, and then the Interleague Challenge as well at the end of this season, so had quite a few community events going on in IFC.
And I'm sure we'll be looking for more of those community events in the future. But now we're focusing on season 4 and 24 hours of IFC. Westy was a bit wide, and as he's about to get lapped by Ouija.
Fastest is pulling away from Ouija now. I think Ouija's tyres are starting to die, but Ouija certainly will be looking to box for those inters as soon as that rain starts falling, I think.
Yeah, as we saw in the Interleague Challenge, pitting with rain can get you a lot of positions. Looking at what Carsey did in Tier 1 at Imola. You know, it was all the way in last and then somehow managed to get back up to 4th in a few laps. Which was quite impressive. So rain can change a lot on this grid, with sadly only 7 drivers left driving. Last being Westy.
Obviously, no safety cars in the 24 hours of IFC, so that's certainly spicing things up. One mistake and that is it for your race, I think, pretty much.
Sort of, yeah. Fastest is having extremely good pace, which is really surprising. But, well, not really surprising, he is obviously fast, but, you know, as a tier 2, I didn't quite see him beating Jasper by that much. And pulling away so easily from the whole grid. At the moment, no one close to each other. Everyone's between 10 and 21 seconds of each other. Which was pretty expectable, I guess, for this event. But you know, it's still a fun event nonetheless. We have 22 viewers now, which is great. Thanks everyone for watching.
I think now, after round 1 and 2, I think the Musketeer 3s are safely in the lead, and raindrops are starting to fall.
I definitely assume so, now that Sideshow Samuel and RL Jake are in the wall. And you are right, the first raindrops are falling now. Not yet, obviously, time to box, but it will be soon. As Luigi now with the DRS that he gets from the lapped car of Westy. Overtaking Westy and actually lapping him now. Still losing time to Fastest though, as Fastest is on quicker tires and seem to have better consistency than all other drivers in the lobby at the moment.
Fastest
Yes, we're also catching.
Literally the fastest racer on the track.
That is not always the case for Fastest in IFC, but it's good to see that he is the fastest at the moment. Oh. Let's see how much people are.
The rain is starting to fall a little bit more now. You can see that rain falling.
Sure is. But still nowhere near wet enough for intermediate tires. Do you know then if the rain will get heavier and heavier?
I'm not sure.
Or, it'll just stay. Interesting.
However, this track is starting to look a little bit wetter than it was one lap ago, and the rain is certainly starting to fall that little bit heavier. So who will be the first ones to box? I've got a feeling it's going to be Ouija and Jacob, you know.
Well, I assume so. Almost 40 level tires. Their tires will be screaming. That'll be something for them to look out for. You know, with those old tires, driving in the rain will be quite hard. But I'm sure they can manage it, as Westy gets a 3-second penalty. Track limits.
Light rain for 20 minutes, that's what I am being told.
Okay. So, should be till the end of the race. Fastest is nearing Jaden. That would be the second car to get lapped, as I don't know why, but Jaden just let him pass like he wasn't ghosted. I don't know why he did that.
Fastest
Jasper still
is just gaining and gaining and gaining.
So is Jasper to Jacob and Luigi. But Not fast enough, I assume. Looking at the fact he will have to pit for intermediate tires in the next few laps when the rain falls.
The Kopi fan club in the chat wanting 46 lap tyres for one of these two medium runners.
I don't know if they'll make that before the rain starts to drop like that heavy that they'll have to go to inters, but
Obviously,
it'll
Mark,
be
though,
interesting to see.
we're used to how quickly the track gets wet in a 50% race, so it may be slightly different.
I don't know if that's different on 100% races, to be fair. I think the weather should change from condition to condition just as fast. Or, well, depends. I don't know. We'll see. For now, nowhere near wet enough winters, but the rain keeps dropping and dropping.
I think this rain is certainly here till the end.
I assume that too.
As fastest completing another lap, the gap now 18.5 seconds to the man in second.
Yeah, he is flying. He has this P1 in the bag, or at least that's what it's looking like.
Let's hope TG can replicate what fastest is doing and help his team out a little bit.
I'm sure I'm sure TJ and Arrows will be able to set some good performances for the team.
Who should we be expecting to see racing at Portimao? Is the question.
I could take a little look if you'd give me a second. Let me check.
So I've actually got it up, Mark.
Oh.
So you'll be seeing myself, Rambo, Eloy, Lamb, Wee Carters, Gunner, Tango, Mr. COA, Omega, Mix, Bolton Seeker, RRL Jake, and TJ.
Ooh. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting.
And I've got a sneaky suspicion there might even be a little bit of Mr. Glasses on the grid.
Ooh. I would love to watch Mr. Glasses race.
As we now have 19 laps left of the Imola Grand Prix.
Yeah, we are nearing the end now. As Fast Racer is leading with 20 seconds now. It's getting bigger and bigger. Unbelievable.
The question is, when will we start seeing these drivers boxing for inters? Because the track's still looking nowhere near ready for intermediates yet.
Yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. Good question. I'm very interested to see that as well. You know, looking at how fast the track is getting wet at the moment, I think they might not even have to pit for intermediate.
You can actually see the tyre wear on Jacob and Ouija's cars.
Can you?
You can, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess.
That's quite cool. I've never noticed that before, but I haven't really done much commentating over the last few races of the IFC season, so. But
No, me neither.
certainly a nice feature. This has got to be the first time you've commentated on a race this year, isn't it, Mark?
I think so, yes. Yeah, I'm quite sure it is actually.
Will we be seeing Marcus back in a full-time seat next season?
We sure will. In what tier will be a big question mark. Looking at my qualities in the 24 hours, it should be tier 6 or 7 if that will be, if tier 7 will be a thing.
It certainly is
But,
looking like tier 7 is a real possibility at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, looking at the amount of drivers we have wanting, we have that want a seat for next season, tier 7 could definitely be something to look at. But we'll have to see. Still a lot of time for season 4. Draft on the 2nd of January, if you didn't know, but I assume that most people in the chat know.
And every member of the winning team of the 24 Hours of IFC gets to pick their seat for season 4 as well. So it's not just for a bit of fun, it's for something that actually would mean something for a few drivers, getting to choose what seat they'd like to drive next season. So certainly looking like it could be an interesting prospect for quite a few of these, especially the 4 tier 3 drivers who are currently leading the championship. So going into the draft in tier 3, there could be potentially, if obviously their tiers don't change, 4 drivers already taking up seats.
How would that work though? Will they be able to pick the same car? I don't think so.
I would say
I assume
the
not.
same academy maybe, but not the same car. Obviously Aiden will clarify that, but
Yeah, that's all Aiden and Carsey, their choice as it's their event. But
I certainly
yeah, that will be interesting.
I certainly know what car I will be picking if my team does win.
And that would be
That would be the Williams. And we are seeing Ouija pit. Ouija is the first one going on to Inters.
Ooh, that is interesting. We are gonna have to look if he will be catching or losing time, and if this will be a good decision or a bad one. It's probably as Jacob has made the tires last 46 laps, so to the Kopi fan club. Jacob lasted 46 laps with mediums. Wow. Yeah. Will Ouija have made a good decision? At the moment it's not looking like it, as he's losing time to Jasper. And Ryan is gaining time on him. So it's certainly looking like this wasn't the right call from Ouija, as Jasper is nearing Jacob. I think Ouija's call wasn't very comfortable call he could make. It was probably more because his tires were dead.
Are we going to see Jacob in this lap?
I wouldn't be surprised if he do that. He's losing a lot of time.
He's doing, and he's not pitting yet.
I guess he'll just let Jasper go. That is probably the smartest thing to do. Jasper now 40 seconds behind fastest racer. Unbelievable. 40 seconds. Wow.
Fastest, just showing really good quality around here.
Unbelievable. As he's getting close to lapping a third person, who is Ryan is a boss. Oh, as he... What? Okay. Ryan is a boss just hit the ball. I don't think he has wing damage, but that was very weird. Probably a visual glitch for me, I guess. still not looking like... Oh, Ouija's still losing.
It was at 12 seconds at the start of this lap, so Ouija's lost 6 seconds on Jacob this lap.
Not great at all from Ouija, but like I said, I think his tires were pretty dead, so he had to pit. Looking like Jacob was the better tire manager, or the better strategist, it's one of the two. As Jacob is losing quite a lot of time to Jesper, but that is quite understandable looking at the state of his tires.
They've got to be nearing puncture territory now.
I assume so. We are nearing lap 50 now, so that would mean we have 13 laps left to go. And only one person on the intermediates just yet, but it's not looking like they are the fastest tire at the moment. As Ryan is a boss pits, assumably for the for the inters. Yeah, he is gonna pit for the inters. Will this be the right decision from Ryan, or won't it? That will be the question. As I think that we are now at the point where the tires are even, and maybe the inters are even better. Looking at the fact we just slowly catching back up to Jacob.
Jacob is pitting this lap.
Yeah. That is understandable. 49 laps actually on those tires. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh! Jacob's gone on the softs! Jacob's on softs! Okay. That is a very, very interesting decision. And Ryan is on softs as well. What? My eyes have lied to me. Ryan didn't pit for him. What? Jacob and Ryan both pitting for the softs.
Yeah, that was not a wise
going on
call
the
from
inters.
Jacob.
Fastest pitting now. What is he gonna do? He's going to the softs as well.
Jacob
Huh?
is sliding all over the place.
Ouija, now, maybe with a bit of luck, after fastest racer is out on softs, I believe. Yeah, he's out on new softs. Ooh. Ouija might be able to actually snatch away a win here.
That's what the four
I
Musketeer
don't
3s are going to be hoping for. Jesper is pitting now as well. I think Jesper, you might see go on the inters here.
I'm hoping so. Well, actually, I don't know if I'm hoping, but
Jesper
I don't know.
is going on fresh softs.
I think. Actually, Jacob is catching to Ouija, so I think the inters were really not the call. I think the Three Musketeers, the Three Musketeer Freeze, will be a bit angry now because Ouija has put himself in a very bad bad place. Looking at the fact Jacob is catching pretty quickly. He is sliding, but his tires are still faster. Ouija is still struggling, and here he goes wide, and Jacob is gonna make the move happen. As Jaden pits and gets 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. That's very smart of you, Jaden. Yeah. I think Ouija made the wrong decision going on the inters.
I think he may well
I didn't
have,
expect it, but he did. Obviously, if the rain becomes heavier and the track gets wetter, he might still have a bit of luck looking at the fact he's on inters, but I'm pretty sure that driving on intermediate tires on a dry track can't be too good for the intermediate tires. So I think he has bottled this podium. But still 11 laps to go, so nothing sure. Fastest with a 38-second gap. Unbelievable. 38 seconds. How has he managed that?
Providing any serious problems, I think this is fastest race to win here now.
I'm sure it is. You can make a mistake and then pit and then probably still lead, so Foster should be able to win this, unless he crashes out. That'd be heartbreaking for Foster. A bit like yesterday in Zandvoort, when JJ Need had purple sector 1, being faster than the likes of Jasper, Weak Arbus, Carsey in that first sector, and then he pinned in on the same lap. That was also pretty sad to see. But it seems that Jacob is catching Jasper as well, slightly. So maybe we'll see some action at the end of the Grand Prix between those two. As Luigi is slipping away.
I've had
everyone.
confirmation from Aiden that the championship is not points related. It is on timings.
Yeah, time. Yeah. I knew that.
But I think the 3 Musketeer 3s, the 4 Musketeer 3s even, will still be leading this championship overall.
I am quite sure they are, yes. Well, it would depend on where Degoscav finished, but I assume that
He
Luigi
was
and
2
Eli
laps down, Degoscav was.
Ooh. Actually, that might be a bit my fault. I did accidentally spin him. Sorry, I did spin JJ Need as well.
Is that when me, you
Oh,
and
that-
Degoscav were pretty close to each other going into the chicane?
Yeah. I don't know what happened there precisely, but I got forced to a bit to the left, and then
I completely
I broke a
misjudged
bit
my
too
braking
late.
point.
I broke a bit too late, and then I don't know. Jaden goes on to Inters, so maybe it's actually time now, but we'll have to see. As Jacob is very close to Jasper now. Jasper seems to be struggling a lot in these mixing tire situation, you know, with the rain on the softs. Seems to be struggling quite a lot. Jacob's gonna be looking for a move any time now. Backs out now, and when he sees the good opportunity, he'll send it. Westy also deciding to pit, and I assume that is for intermediates. Yes, that is. It's looking like it's actually getting time for the intermediates
It
now,
is
so that
starting
might...
to get wetter.
It is. Yeah, the track is actually looking wet now, so... That's interesting. Jacob now with DRS though, which is still activated, will be making the move on Jasper. And Jacob moves himself up to P2. Still 40 seconds behind fastest racer, but he is in P2 now. Oh, guess we're locking up there. Losing the time, but hard, his intermediate is actually faster. I'm looking at it, but it doesn't seem that Westy is catching Ryan a lot. I really don't know. He's actually losing time more than gaining. Hmm. Now, coming back onto the main straight, Jasper now will be the one with DRS. Can he get that position back from Jacob?
This track is not ready for inters. Ouija is dropping back from Jesper.
He is. Yeah, he is. Strange for Westy and Jaden to just pit that, but well.
Plus, we haven't had the DRS disabled message yet, so that
True.
would say to me
That is yeah.
it is red. It is
DRS disabled means that it's time for enters most of the times. Well, interesting. Yes, Jasper still within a second of Jacob, and looking at the fact it's not raining too hard, he will be getting DRS. Coming onto the main straight.
Ouija is still dropping back from Jesper.
Very weird, but oh well.
The track is certainly starting to get wetter though.
Yeah, it keeps getting wetter, but still not time enough, not wet enough for inters, or for the inters to be better than the softs. 6 laps remaining. Jasper and Jacob battling it out for who will be getting second place. Obviously, the difference between second and third doesn't really matter. It's how close you are to the leader, but obviously these two will be wanting to beat the other team a lot. As Jaden decides
To come off
he
the
is
inters
done
onto
with
the
the
softs.
inters, yeah. Bolt, I'd say, looking at the fact that he was lost, but I guess. Jacob Jasper is still in DRS, but he's not close enough to make a move just yet. It's not easy at all to make a move when it's in these conditions. So I don't think Jasper will be able to, unless Jacob makes some sort of mistake. But Jacob has been quite good at the moment.
He has been, yeah, showing really strong paces, Jacob. So we've got 4 laps left of the Grand Prix.
And well, it wouldn't be weird to say that Fastest is winning this race now, for sure. In this pretty sick car that Arrows and his teammate. I don't know who of the 4 created it, but it's quite a cool car. Jasper back on the back of Jacob. Will he be able to make a move within these 4 remaining laps is the question. They have pretty similar
Westy's coming off the
ERS.
inters as well.
Luigi's still standing strong on those inters. 11 laps old. He's losing to Ryan, but you know, he's 35 seconds in front, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, Jasper's out of the RS now.
It looks like the track is actually drying up in places.
Yeah, it is. I think it is, yeah. You did say 20 minutes of light rain. Well, that was very light rain. It was like drizzles, but Oh! Jaden spun. Well, not the end of the world, he was last anyway. He was on a purple sector 1, I don't know if that's true, but the game says so. Let's check, because why not? It's not like a lot is happening at the moment. Yeah. Yes, he actually was on, well, I don't know. Whatever.
Ouija is in the pits.
Fitting too, yeah. That actually might be pretty risky, you know? Looking at the fact Ryan might be able to catch him. Actually, he won't. Looking at the fact how far away he is. Oh, Jacob spun! I don't know what happened to Jacob, but he spun. And Jasper is back up into P2. Actually, very, very slowly, but he is catching fastest racer as the gap was 41 seconds a few laps ago. Jacob back into P3, and it's looking like it will remain that way. Yeah, Ouija came out only 2 seconds in front of Ryan, so he has to sit down and try his best on these upcoming laps. But sure, he will be able to, looking at the pace he had on that medium compound tire he was on.
We've had a full dry race, we've had a dry to damp race. What's saying that Portimao we are going to see some rain?
Ooh, I don't know. Could be. Could definitely be. Only 2 laps remaining. And well, 40 seconds. It's just getting the car over the line at this point for fastest racer. It doesn't matter how he does it. He can do it with a puncture, I'm sure. But he just has to get that car over the line. Because Jacob spun again. But not that it would really matter, as he's 52 seconds in front of Ouija after that horrible strategy from Ouija, being on those inters for like 12 laps or something. That lost him a lot. But you know, that happens sometimes. Sometimes the gamble works, sometimes it doesn't, and sadly for Ouija and his team today it didn't. As fastest racer gets the fastest lap on the last or the second last lap. Not that it has any worth the fastest lap, I believe. You know, looking at the fact that it is based on time. And Ouija breaks that fastest lap. But like I said, it doesn't really matter for the standings as it's on time and not on points. But still, fun thing I'd say. Ouija seems to have a lot of pace on these shafts. Like, oh, Ryan spun. Ooh, that actually might get him in danger. Actually, never mind. I think he's 1.7 seconds in front of West. That doesn't put him in danger at all. as fastest racer will go through the last 2 corners now and will cross the finish line first in an absolutely dominating race from him. Fastest racer, unbelievable performance from him. 42 seconds in front of Jasper, who is in second. Unbelievable. What an amazing performance from fastest racer, which certainly helps him and his team for these next races. Looking at the fact Dego didn't have a great of a race, so a very good race.
And RRL Jake has left the server.
No, that is not great, but he's done that before, to be fair. Jasper crossed the line in second, and Jacob will be crossing the line soon as well. So that the podium. Oh, Jacob gets fastest lap on the lap. But the podium all had a bad performance in the first race. Fastest racer Dego. Dego had like 2 laps. Yeah, he was lapped twice or something. Jasper, well, obviously he's on my team, and I crashed. And fastest racer with XRL Jacob with glasses who's crashed. So that will all be pretty similar. Probably leading now will be VG and his team. Let's see if they can remain that lead in Portimao, which will start in 21 minutes from now. So as we are looking at the podium celebrations, I will be ending the stream here, and see you guys soon in Portimao.